I want you to do something for me before I start. Close your eyes for just a moment. Picture your bedroom. Picture it at 3 in the morning, completely dark. Picture yourself lying there, half between sleep and waking. And then picture something standing in the corner, not moving, just standing, watching you. Now imagine you cannot move, cannot speak, cannot even turn your head. That is where this story begins. My name doesn't matter. What matters is that what I'm about to tell you happened to me. And by the end of this, you may never look at your bedroom corner the same way again.
It started on a Wednesday. I remember because Wednesday nights I always stayed up too late. Bad habit. Scrolling my phone, watching nothing, just burning time until my eyes gave up. I was 34 years old. I lived alone in a one-bedroom apartment on the 4th floor. Nothing unusual about the building. Nothing unusual about my life. I was an accountant. I kept regular hours. I didn't believe in ghosts. I didn't believe in anything.
I fell asleep around 1:45 a.m. I woke up at 2:11 a.m. I know the exact time because my digital clock sits on the dresser directly across from my bed, and it was the first thing I could see when my eyes opened. 2:11, those green numbers. That's the detail burned into my brain more than anything else from that night.
I was awake, completely awake. Not groggy, not half asleep. My mind was clear and sharp the moment my eyes opened, the way it sometimes is in the middle of the night for no reason. But I couldn't move. Not a finger, not a toe, not my head. I lay there, flat on my back, staring at the ceiling. And I could feel every inch of my body. And none of it would respond to me. I told myself, sleep paralysis. I'd heard of it, read about it once. The brain wakes before the body. It was nothing. It would pass in a minute. My bedroom has 4 corners. 3 of them were empty. The 4th, the one to the left of my window, where the curtain doesn't quite reach, was not. There was something standing there. It was tall, taller than a person should be. It was dark, but it was a different kind of dark than the room around it. The room was dark the way rooms are dark at night. This thing was dark the way black holes are dark. Like it was pulling the light away from itself. It had a shape, 2 arms, a head. No features I could see, just a mass of absolute darkness in the shape of something that was once, maybe, human. And it was facing me.
I tried to scream. Nothing came out, not even a whisper. My throat worked, but there was no air, or there was air and it refused to become sound. I lay there and I stared at it, and it stood there and it stared at me, and the clock on my dresser clicked over to 2:12, and then I could move again. I sat up so fast I knocked my lamp off the nightstand. I scrambled back against the headboard with every light in my apartment blazing within 30 seconds. The corner was empty.
I didn't sleep again that night. I sat on my couch with every light on, watching the sun come up, telling myself it was sleep paralysis, telling myself it was nothing. That was night 1. Night 2, I slept with the lights on. I still woke up at 2:11. I still couldn't move. And it was there. Closer. This time. The first night, it had been in the corner, maybe 12 feet from my bed. The second night, it was at the foot of my bed. Standing at the foot of my bed. And I could feel something pressing down on the mattress near my feet. Nothing was touching me, but I could feel the weight of its attention, like a physical force on my chest. I called in sick to work the next day. I didn't tell anyone what was happening. Because how do you tell someone that? How do you say to your coworker, your friend, your sister, I think something is visiting me at night, and it's getting closer? You don't. So I didn't. Night 3, I didn't sleep at all. I sat in my kitchen until the sun came up. Night 4, I was so exhausted I fell asleep on the couch at 9 p.m. I woke up at 2:11. I was on my couch, in my living room, not my bedroom. It was standing in the doorway between the living room and the bedroom. It had followed me out of the... My doctor listened and said, sleep paralysis with hypnagogic hallucination. He explained it carefully. The brain produces a chemical during REM sleep that paralyzes your body. This stops you from acting out your dreams. Sometimes the brain wakes before this chemical clears. He said it was textbook. He prescribed medication. I took the medication that night. I woke up at 2:11. I couldn't move. It was standing directly beside my bed. Not at the foot, not in the doorway, beside my bed. If I could have moved my arm, the medication had done nothing. And that's when it spoke to me. I don't know how to describe the voice. It wasn't a sound exactly. It wasn't coming from outside my ears. It was coming from inside my head. But it wasn't my voice, and it wasn't my thought. It was like someone had put a hand through my skull and pressed a word directly into my brain. One word. A name. My mother's name. My mother died 4 years ago. I haven't spoken her name out loud since the day of her funeral. So I won't say it here. But it said her name. Her full name. First and middle. The name I called her when I was very small.
Night 7 was different. I woke at 2:11. I couldn't move. The clock wasn't showing. My room was absolute black in a way rooms cannot physically be. I couldn't see anything, but I could feel it. It was on the bed, not standing beside it, on it. I felt the mattress compress, the way it compresses when a person climbs onto it. I felt the weight travel slowly from the foot of the bed up toward me, slow, deliberate, like it wanted me to feel. It stopped when its weight was directly over my chest. I couldn't breathe, like the entire darkness of the room had compressed into a single point, pressing down on my sternum. And then its face was at my ear. I couldn't see it, I couldn't feel breath, but it was at my ear, and it said her name again, softer this time, tenderly, the way she used to say my name when I was a child and couldn't sleep. That was the last time it came. I don't know why it stopped. I didn't move apartments. I didn't see a therapist. It simply stopped after night 7. That was 3 years ago. I've found explanations for almost everything. The paralysis, the figure, even the voice. Almost everything. I have not found an explanation for the clock going dark on night 7. Clocks plugged into the wall do not go dark. And I've also never found an explanation for the fact that on night 7, for the 4 minutes I lay there in the dark with that weight on my chest, I did not feel afraid. I felt like I was not alone. If you've experienced something like this, if you've woken in the dark and found you cannot move and found that something was there, I want to hear from you. Leave it in the comments. Tell me what you saw. Tell me what it said. I'll be reading every one. Take care of yourselves, and maybe, just maybe, sleep with the light on tonight.